Hello everyone and welcome back to War in the Pacific Admirals Edition. This is the my campaign as the Allies against the Japanese Empire, controlled by, oh, we got some more unloading still, that's right. So we're unloading supplies here is all we're unloading. I've bugged out everything other than some of these lower value ships that still had supplies, because you know we're gonna need to eat and have ammunition. So I'm unloading, then everything else is going back. We're gonna restock with more troops and bring them back, but in the meantime, yeah, this is just supplies. That's why you don't see any combat ships like destroyers or cruisers anymore, because we've left. I'm worried that KB is somewhere over here. These were cruisers and some other ships, and I don't know where KB is, and at any moment we could be hit hard. Our carriers are parked probably somewhere here, but I'm actually retreating back to here, and I have my fighters with drop tanks still capping Port Moresby. So I know I'm discussing stuff that may or may not come up as the gameplay, and I could have waited till it was pertinent, but I thought I would go ahead and point those things out so that some things might make sense as the turn continues. It's dark. Basically, I'm just trying to keep the pressure here. I'm not trying to do amazing damage. Looks like a bunch of our aircraft took left, including, I think, Wellingtons, which is a shame, because yeah, 8 Wellingtons, because I want to get some bombs onto these onto this runway. But I also have a lot of aircraft taking the day off, resting up, because I know I'm not going to be extremely successful here. So there's no point in wearing the pilots or the aircraft out too much. He just has so many planes. I figured a stray bomb might nail one, but no dice. So, yeah, neither side just does anything there. So this sub has been lurking here. In fact, it put a torpedo into, what was it, an AK, a pretty decent one. So I just wanted to send it packing. We'll see. I think we did some near miss damage here, but maybe enough to send it back, but we're not. There's no way we're gonna sink this thing. Yeah, probably gonna be some light damage there. Okay, so he's bombarding here. Still wondering, where are my mines? Actually, let's scroll down. So he does minor damage here. Okay, it looks like we decided to do a surface in action here. Man, what is the deal? This is absurd. Seriously, my crew is this bad. Well, literally, we missed every torpedo. We probably fired 20 torpedoes, and that's just so sad. I guess, never mind, we did get one dud in there. Okay, I'm just going to skip this. But you see how his coastal guns have diminished. I'm tempted to keep the pressure on here, but before I just do an attack again, because he's going to recover his fatigue and disruption, I'd like to get my battleships rearmed. And also I have more battleships coming to the theater, and then we'll go in again. And, you know, we do have some ground bombing still yet to go. Shooting down some search planes here. Alright, he's flying sweeping, sorry. He's sweeping our tanks here. I don't know what his objective is, because he's not bombing them. Well, I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm saying, because this is just the beginning of the airface. Don't mind me, I apologize for that. But let's see, what am I looking at here? So, the British 2nd Division parked here. We have a movement going in here. He's... how did he know we were moving, too? I think I just started that movement. That's crazy. Alright, so, pardon me, I decided to re-engage. Since we're not going to attack Port Moresby anytime soon. I decided let's do some more damage than we would just bombing Port Moresby. And let's hit these troops here again. They're on this atoll, and maybe beat them up a bit. And it looks like they're doing a pretty decent job. Because if I'm not mistaken, in order to recover these disabled, they have to use supply, and it's possible it won't be long before they'll be running out. Hitting Buna because, you know, I have to keep this rotation going so it doesn't repair too much. Okay, so like I said, we've got the B-25s from Cooktown are still hitting Port Moresby, even though we've allocated the B-26s up here to Horn Island. But this is my point about not wanting. We could do a lot of damage here, and I could just hit nothing here. Now it looks like we're hitting the 4th Division plus this base force, so it looks like based on this report we're at least doing some disruption and fatigue. Well, that's the hope anyway. And he's no longer even capping Shortlands. So apparently he's given up on holding or protecting that. And this is the pressure here is to keep him from well, it's harder to supply a damaged port, and it's keeps him from building up forts, and yeah, more damage on Shortlands. Alright, so he swept this last turn. I decided to cap it, and we're not going to get into these sallies, even if we don't lose anything in the Oscars. That's just too many, and it looks like he's just shooting some of our stuff down. So yeah, this was a nice little ploy. I mean, I don't know what if he was doing on purpose, but doing this sweep here caused me to cap it, and then he comes in here and trashes my fighters. So let's just so now the P-43s are engaged. See if we can. I was hoping we could at least shoot down an Oscar, maybe more. We'll see how we do. There we go. Wow, this, maybe we can get a Chinese ace here. I guess those P-66s aren't ideal for this. So, well, we tried. At least it's not like the seal. Yeah, what he did is he occupied this hex, and then he drove down into Rangoon this way. So what we're going to do is drive down this road, hit this guy, knock him out, and then drive in and lock it back up. Well, technically open it back up for supplies to go in and out of Rangoon. Yeah, we're bombarding him here, doing some decent damage. We got to keep the pressure on, but not to the detriment of our troops. I don't want to overwork them. We'll come back and do something soon enough. Um, it looks like our bombardments are very effective here. 3 destroyed devices, we lose nothing outright. And I'm not sure why I'm still bombarding here. I think it's the supply thing, just trying to keep supply, um, you know, supply usage. All right. So we've taken the 4 atolls in the Gilberts that I wanted to with these fast transports. Now we can regroup and prepare for the next set of expansions. No expansions of note. These are bases that fortunately I haven't had to fall back to, so that's good. We'll yeah, we'll look at the air losses and see what else stands out, and then we'll jump right into November 11. Don't want to waste too much time here in between the turns. Okay, the main action was over China, air-to-air action. We didn't. I'm not impressed with his 10 ops losses. That's crazy. So he lost 9, we lost 13. Air to air is 3-7. That's okay. I just don't like this 10. But let's look at the detail here. All right. So this says 9. This is 10. We do shoot down essentially 5. Let's say 5 Oscars. Look at this. We got a Glenn and a Babs. That's nice. over. Let's see. One of them was over Port Moresby. I don't know. Anyway, it's fine. And then an Ida and an Oscar to Ops. So that's not bad for him. This is what I'm not real happy about. A couple of Wildcats and a couple of Wellingtons. These I can't really afford to lose any. Then we lose one of each of several of these. That's no good. These Spitfire recons, I mean, none of these really we get a lot of. And the P-38Fs we don't make anymore. Anyway, this is not ideal. I promise I'm not overworking these squadrons, so I'm not sure. Could just be a bad die roll. And then of course we lose 3 P-66s, but at the cost of 5 Oscars. So 3 to 5. Not the best ratio, but these are Chinese. I mean, come on, those were Chinese aircraft shooting down Japanese Oscars. We do lose 3 killed pilots. I'm not sure, 100% sure where they come from. 2 wounded pilots, and then oh shoot, what was the thing? Oh, let's just double check this. I don't think we shot anything down. One sec. Yeah, this is what I wanted to show you. See this? All these torpedoes just fire. Basically burned through them all in one turn, and missed every single one, but maybe one dud, and then ran out of gun ammunition as well. Anyway, it's a shame, but now they'll have to go back and replenish. But yeah, just wanted to point that out. Crazy. Okay, here we are at the 11th of November, 11/11/1942. See what we got going today. I guess full disclosure, okay. So he has actually less and less guns firing, and they're not making hits. So that's a good sign, I think. Full disclosure, I've seen this run through. Didn't have a chance to. Wasn't in a situation to be able to record it in a fire environment. So I already know about these things, but this is a good result because maybe my memory is extremely faulty, which actually is probably true. But it seems like it's been a while since we've had a decent torpedo hit on any ship. And then here's another one. These are the second Dutch sub as well. So a couple of torpedoes, one each. This one's on fire, heavy damage, and we can hear it sinking. All right. He comes in here to Rangoon with a heavy cruiser. I think more than one, several, and light cruisers. And then we lose several aircraft, a lot of damage. So this is not a good result for us. Plus, our pilots seem to get low morale when they're parked here. I've noticed recently. So this is not ideal. And then here we go with his usual light cruiser assortment. Now I have a British um, cruiser force that's going to park here to defend. I'm kind of concerned about that now that he's bringing heavy cruisers. We'll see. All right. Um, we're coming in here. I'm hoping to hit some of these aircraft on the ground. So let's see how we do. It is only a light rain, but the moonlight is still pretty bad. And so we don't even hit the runway. Okay. We get a Tojo on the ground this fly through and 4 runway hits. Every so often you can get a lucky roll on a night bombing, so that's one of the reasons we're persistent here. All right, this time we actually get a Nate in self-defense, knock out at least a couple of Tojos on the ground, and some more runway hits. Pardon me. So it's been the American bombers that have succeeded this go round. So even the Liberator 2s, we didn't have any effect there. All right, so the K-13 decides to finish off this cargo ship that it hit earlier, and actually puts 2 torpedoes this time. So that's a total of 3. And as we would expect, it's sinking. Trying to patrol here by Darwin this against this I-156. Okay, the Narwhal. So the Narwhal wants to get in on the action, but as usual, they're carrying duds there. 3 coastal guns. This time 23, and we do take a hit, but it looks like it bounces or something. These are 75 millimeter guns here. Oh, all right. And then the S-41 puts a torpedo into the Yamadori Maru. Hey, that sinks too. So we got 3 cargo ships this turn. All right. I'm I'm guessing they're coming out of Jaluit, but yeah, these zeros are sweeping Tarawa. and we'll see how we do. We get pretty shredded here. Uh, it looked like, and so I think it's worse than this 1 to 2 here. All right, I was hoping. Okay, I don't even have any bombers coming. I was just hoping for a good, clean fighter on fighter fight here over Tungu, and it's completely empty. But he, on the other hand, hits us pretty well in this hex, or I should say, with 36 bombers, no escort, we take no damage according to this report. And a couple more zeros and versus 1 Buffalo. Our F4s didn't show up this time, and we just get shot down outright. So that was a pretty poor outing for our Marine fighters. And he's bombing Wenchow. More bombs. And we cap trap him here over our troops on the road. So let's see how we do. 3 Vanguards, 3 Lancers against, I guess he had 21 Sallies. Still does. So it looks like we're getting some damage in here, but still not able to shoot any down. There's one. All right, all of our Lancers have left, and it leaves just these Vanguards. I think can't remember. It seems like the Lancers are a little bit better fighters, including gun value, but I'm not 100% sure if I'm right on that. But it looks like these guys. Okay, I was just about to say they have some longevity, but maybe not. All right. So we didn't get more than one of those Sallies. That's a shame. Okay. With 6 fighters, you'd expect, a few bombers lost, but not that time. Okay, we're bombing from Sion. There's a medium artillery, field artillery regiment. See if we can knock some guns out, but just completely whiff. Now this has pretty good air base hits. We're just trying to keep these 3 bases suppressed. This one I think is for the until we capture it. I think we're not gonna have to bomb it again. Partly because of our battleship bombardment. And here again, short lens is undefended, so we'll take and pretty much wreck that base. I have a hunch he decided that there was no point in trying to protect it anymore. Kind of writing it off, which is good for us because that means we can go in unimpeded in the southern Solomon Islands. Which, man, I really need to set up an invasion, and I think I have a plan. So um, I'll talk about that as it unfolds when I have more information. Okay, so while I was protecting or over here, apparently he slid away from us, got away, and I don't even know anything about what this ship was doing, especially unescorted, leaving or coming in. I don't remember this ship at all, what it's doing. So it takes three torpedo hits, and um, that's unfortunate. Being unescorted allowed the 156 to attack on the surface. Otherwise, it's possible we might have survived. Anyway, because I think he missed the first salvo. I don't know. In any case, that's an unfortunate loss because that's a decent ship there. But again, I'm not even sure what was going on there. I don't remember it. So the S-41 out here is attacking on the surface and doing some decent hits with the deck gun, 4-inch deck gun. Um, no torpedoes that I know of so far. Critical day. So it's doing pretty good damage here. Oh, just tearing it up. It's a pretty strong deck gun too. What is that? Like a basically 100 millimeter, 105 millimeter gun. Okay. We do take two hits, but we only actually I like this guy. He takes the two hits and keeps going, and only breaks off when he runs low on gun ammo. So that's nice to see. I don't like these guys fire a couple of rounds and then submerge due to damage. But heavy fires heavy damage. Let's see if this one sinks. All right, we're not hearing it sink, so we'll see. Okay. Um, Got this sub chaser SC-630 retaliating here. See if we can get some hits on this I-28. Well, we get a near miss hit, which I think does minimal damage. Okay, yeah, just the single hit. Um, it may not even be enough to send it back. Ooh, I just hear a sinking sound. That might be that other cargo ship that we hit on the surface. The S-41 tore up. All right, and here again we're unloading. The period doesn't look like it has any issues there. All right, the usual bombardment there. Um, okay, so he's bombarding us probably to get a feel. 280 to 68, that should be good enough to attack. Um, for him, I mean. We'll see if he does. We do have tanks here, though. We'll see. I mean, I'm not in the best position there, by the way. And he could bomb this hex first. Anyway, moving on. I don't know his plan. Let's see. We're bombarding him here at Port Moresby because what I'd like to do is attack again, but I'm waiting for reinforcements, and I'll talk about that momentarily. Okay, a few expansions here. Um, see what we get for reinforcements, and then discuss a little bit about the goings on so far in the war. We just got a promotion from an ace promoted. That's nice. Yeah, I'm working on getting guys there. Not sure how I let that happen. Okay, because I had limited availability to record and do some of this stuff, what you'll see here is basically right up until I sent the turn back to my opponent. So, looking at the statistics, we lost 19 aircraft to his 12. And yeah, let's just take a look at the details here. So he lost 12, this is 13, so there's one more than should be, possibly a Tojo. So we'll just say we knocked out 4 Tojos on the ground. He lost 2 to ops, so 6 Tojos. He lost a couple Nates and a couple Sallys, and then you can see here some smattering. This is air to air, so we literally only shot down 1-0 over Tarawa. That was not fog of war. However, we lost 4 Wildcats. Now, maybe not all 4, because we do have some flying over Port Moresby, but 1 plus we lost 3 aircraft to his 1-0. That's unfortunate. We do lose 5 of these guys there at Rangoon, plus an additional 2, so it's 7. 7 of our 19 was due to his bombardments. Just not a good turn for air losses that could have been avoidable. Now, some of these there's nothing we can do about it. B-24s, C-47s, we got to keep those guys going. We do have these P-39s on long range cap, and it's just all around lost more than we should have there. All right, so let's see. As a result, we lose 8 pilots total. Hopefully, we get 4 of them back. And ship sunk. We don't know about the 4th ship, the 4th cargo ship. These 3 were sunk by torpedoes, so we feel pretty good about them. That 4th one, we heard a sinking sound, and we can assume it's also a cargo ship. It's just not been reported yet. This is the Edward Lukenbach, which is unfortunate because we didn't need to lose this 12 value ship. It's got good endurance, really good. It's just a good transport, and unfortunate we lost it. I'm not even sure how that happened. Again, I don't even know what the mission was or what it was doing out there. And then these 3 total up to 22 points. So we do win the point victory here, but just unfortunate to lose that ship, especially as avoidable as it was to not lose it. But let's take a look here and talk about the situation, strategic or overall or operational situation. Um, so I've got carrier escorts coming in. We're going to cover some invasions, but what I want to do is send some, well, I won't talk about it too much, but I do want to send some of these guys over to Noumea for some um, uh, operations as well. But we're going to send a couple of them up here and prepare for an invasion of Macon because I think we can do that. And what they'll do is they'll have fighter cover protecting against potential uh, Netty attacks. Um, and yeah, we'll see what we can do about inching ever closer up into here. At least, put a little pressure on them. Now, first, I'm not going to be too aggressive because first I would love to get this. Let me show you. I think I can show you. Where are we? Nope, that's just supplies. Okay, further down. I think it's this. We have a base force coming. Let's see. Aviation support 36. So we have aviation support of 36 here. We could put our several fighters to protect right here, protect Tarawa. So as I'm inching up, I want to make sure I don't want to have the fighters way back here while I'm trying to take some of the, do some island hopping. But really, I need to get some more base forces in this theater. It feels like very weak. Um, so so I'm not real impressed with my, and I obviously I'm at fault for this. I'm not really impressed with my lack of base forces in this theater. So I'm working on that, collecting some more base forces because as I advance up these islands, I want to keep be able to keep operating aircraft, offensive and defensive, not not just defensive. Okay, and um, okay, so we have free reign here now. Even if he has torpedo bombers, let's say here, this is a long ways to fly. Now he can reach here, but see, one thing that's cool is by pushing him way back to Rabaul, he can't paradrop. So I should be able to take these bases again with fast transport. So that's probably what I'm going to do again. Maybe set up some um, uh, search planes, move from Duff Islands to up in here and really get a good view. I mean, technically, I could set some up here. Why haven't I done that yet? Oh, right, because it's within range of bombing. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, let's see. Yeah. But anyway, I guess where I was going technically is by neutralizing Shortlands, I think we can just go ahead and even hit Lunga pretty soon. So that's going to be, and I kind of want to target this instead of this because this feels like it's just going to be a slog. It might take a few. We might have to land here and fight and duke it out, and I just as soon not have to do that. But maybe it wouldn't be that difficult of a fight. Maybe they're low on supplies, low on, also we could just heavy bomb the ground troops. The terrain is yeah, that's why. Terrain is jungle rough, so it's times 3 terrain, and I don't even know what fort level he's got. So by taking this, we can build this base up probably decently quickly with some several engineers and set up bombers which can hit Rabaul, but also um, and really just this could be just neutralized by running them out of supplies and just work our way up and ignore that and maybe even ignore this. um, I don't know if that's good intel because the 5100 troops, because we have no reconnaissance there. And I'm working on getting supplies here. That is happening as we speak. Um, let's see. All right. Uh, Port Moresby. He still has this division here, of course, and just trying to. So this is what I was gonna say. So these are ships leaving. They had nothing or very little left, and I wanted to just extract them before he comes in and hits them with something. And hopefully we can surprise him. We do have the reason I'm keeping these here is we've got 5,000 supply. We're gonna keep unloading because I don't want these guys to run out of supply. And so we're going to keep this bombardment action up. I can't, by the way, I can't split this division to get recover these 34, unfortunately, because we don't have the full division. But I do have the 60, I mean, sorry, the 6th Australian division coming up and going to land here. Then we'll do another attack. Plus, we've got bombardment ships coming. And that's probably they're probably going to leave dock this when this turn runs. They're going to finish loading and leave dock, and we can maybe about 3 days because these are decent. I think they're fast. Yeah, decent speed, maybe 6 or 7 hexes per turn, and we got 17 hexes to go. So that's, yeah, 3 turns, probably, because they will finish loading, and I don't know how far they'll get after loading. And and then I've got ships following them that will help with anti-aircraft, as well as I've got my surface combat group coming in to bombard. Now this, we're just going to go back, refuel. Um, I don't even know if I need to do that. Well, it's too late now. I've already sent the turn. But long story, I just shot this guy out here accidentally out of it like a cannon, doing full speed. So ran low, obviously not too low, but ran up a bunch of the um, fuel, and then I thought I would catch up to these ships that are leaving, and then we would bombard Port Moresby with them. However, I think I sent them to Townsville instead of following task force. So now they'll probably be only in here anyway when they leave. So maybe we can still catch up. It'll be fine. Enough rambling about that. All right. Okay. Nothing really going on down here. With all the bombing that he was doing in this area, I'm surprised he hasn't initiated anything. Okay. Like an invasion or whatever. All right, back up here. We can see a lot of stuff happening here. Look at all those fighters there. Ships in sighted is 0, but it looks like we can see that icon. This is why I'm trying to bomb this airfield. And we still got we've got this contested. We're bombarding this turn to get a feel for what he has, and I'll probably do an attack because we got more troops coming. This 88th Indian Brigade. The rest of the British Second will be in, and then we'll combine and probably do an attack next turn with the British Second and some armor and artillery. So we'll see what we got, what he has, and then we'll probably do an attack. I've got a brigade trying to cross this river and hit this guy, and maybe he'll be cut off enough to eliminate for once. He may retreat to here, but that's okay because we'll just follow him in and destroy him. Um, and yeah, more troops on the way. Trying to get. I don't know how. Oh, I had to wait and buy this guy out. That's why he's so far behind. But we're trying to catch up to the rest of the 14th Indian Division, which we've got an element here. So we've got 2 elements right here in the front, and then this guy's lagging way behind. Um, so this motorized brigade, it's in pretty good shape. Um, for now, we're moving it down into this area. And how did I leave this empty? I was trying to make sure he wouldn't move up into here. So I'll have to figure out something because I don't like that we left that empty. This X. All right, if the 268th isn't, yeah, that'll be already here. That's okay. If we can hit this hard, it'll pressure him to make sure he stays honest here, or else we'll have a chance to cut him off. Because look at what he's got here. We could just slide right into Pegu and cut all these guys off. So he's gonna have to stay honest anyway. All right, so that's Burma, and we again most of our air is hitting Mulmine and at night for now, and our fighters are sweeping Tungu again in case we can catch him capping it. All right, and then China, just the usual grind. I'm not sure my own strategy, let alone and certainly not his. So yeah, for now I'm just trying to react, and then we'll see what we our options are. As I do have an Indian division that is parked up here, and as soon as they get bought out, I will jump across and down and into China, because I think if I can come to key places, like for example, one of the things that I could do is send them up to Lanchow and out and see if we can knock some of these guys back. Well, maybe that wouldn't work because his bombers, he would just bomb us and neutralize our effectiveness. But maybe in the south, we could push back some places. Um, so for that matter, I could even send them down here and threaten Chiang Mai in the rear. That's something to consider. Hadn't thought of that till just now, because I doubt he has a whole division protecting here. Um, it would certainly make him think twice about what he's about that. Anyway, because I think we could probably get all the way down here, maybe into here before he'd notice and start bombing us probably. Now, I don't think we have the range. Yeah, we could probably even cap this long range. All right, well, anyway, it's an interesting possibility. Um, all right, well, I'll I'm gonna jump to the turn resolution for November 12th, and we'll see you then. And until then, take care. Have a good rest of your day. Bye.